Hey, what's up, my little Tattle Tells? How you doing today? Well, if you are Candace Owens, baby, you are getting the hell out of Dodge. But guess what? You took to Instagram Live to tell Kim Kardashian, baby, don't talk about it, be about it. You don't want problems with me. Y'all, what am I talking about? Candace Owens drew a line in the sand around Kim Kardashian and said, trust me, baby, you don't want this smoke. This is after TMZ ran an article dragging the mess out of her. On top of Ray J and them showing up in her premiere. Let me just say this real quick, right? Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I'm going to give y'all the receipts. But let me just say this. Ray J and Kanye are the two most idiotic, easily persuaded. You know what? I just don't understand what's going on with this. Ray J, you showed up cheesing at a premiere with a ninja that you said was blackballing you and bullying you. With Candace on, now in Ray J's defense, he did look really confused on that red carpet event. I'm not gonna lie. He looked mad, like he realized he had been set up. Ray J, don't you know when you're invited to someone, you always check the guest list. Always, always, always. I still don't think that Ray J was the one that gave Candace the tapes. Because let me tell you something. If Ray J had given Candace the tapes, Kanye would have had something to say about it. And he would have said something to him on the red carpet. The fact that Kanye was sit there and cheesing with the mother of the person that might have been stressing out the mother of his kids, I just don't believe it. Again, I think Kanye got possession of all those tapes and he gave them. But anyway, let's get into Candace's clapback. But first, let me tell you the root of this evil. TMZ. All right, here we go. Also, you guys, don't forget my podcast is launching. All right, you guys, so it's going to be, listen, not even going to say the name. Not that anybody's going to take it, but okay, fine. Y'all don't care. Just know that a podcast is coming. All right. So, all right, let's get into this, right? Okay. So it first started with TMZ had an article where they said Kanye West in constant talks with Candace Owens. Friends believe she's influenced him. To which I said, yo, this reminds me of the first time Kanye and Kim were hanging around. There were articles leaked that she was a bad influence, taking advantage of him, and then Kanye and him and Kim were going through something. This is about the time that Kim decided she wanted to be a lawyer. Yeah, all right. She was like, I'm smart too. Maybe, right? Anyway, Kanye then came out a week later and she was supposed to be working on t-shirts for Candace. This is back in the day. He came out a week after all that happened. I guess Kimmy Cakes put her foot down and was like, I'm not in contact with Candace. She's been influencing me wrong. Right? When I heard it, all I heard was visualize Pimp Mama, with that hammer in the back of Kanye's back. Right? Telling him, you better say this. Anyway, right? Friends believe she's influencing him. Now let's get to this article because we got to get the Candace's clapback. It's epic. Candace Owens tells us she had no part in planning the shirts with Kanye West, nor has she been working as an advisor, saying despite the veracity of the statement, WLM is patently false and Ye and I it was patently false that Ye and I were planning it for weeks, as you claim in your story. As you recall from my interview with Tucker Carlson, I had no idea I'd be wearing the t-shirt until I arrived in Paris as a guest to Ye's fashion show. Now, pause on that because I do have to say this, right? The fact that she's saying this, I'm sorry, I have so many thoughts, right? With Candace Owens, she actually spoke out and she said, I'm grateful to have been by his side for such an iconic moment, which fostered a much needed national conversation. Also patently false is the idea I'm working for Ye as an advisor and that I've made any calls on his behalf. It isn't clear. If it isn't clear, Ye has never had any problem speaking out, right? So that led me to question, who on Kanye's team or circle wanted this lie out there? Because honestly, even Candace Owens is keeping distance from Ye at this point, but still using him for publicity. Meanwhile, again, Ray J unprovoked decided to show up at an anti-George Floyd movie created by Candy O for no benefit of himself. Man, Sonia, if you don't come get that little boy. But again, back to my question, right? Who on his team or circle wants that light out there? Because when I was thinking, I was like, wait, is this going to be the walk back? They gonna act like Ye was influenced by Candace and then he didn't know what was happening and they're gonna pin all this stuff on Candace Owens. No, Candace Owens said not today. So going into that, where were we? Okay, so you guys, I'm getting to the point because their clapback is good. They're talking about they didn't just wear the shirts. The two have been planning it for weeks. We're told folks who are close to Kanye, many have distanced themselves after his recent attacks, believe he's in a bad space mentally. And anyone working to persuade him to do anything other than get help doesn't have his best interests at heart, right? They said Candace has been reaching out to people on Ye's behalf, working to set up calls, meetings, and appearances. Get this, right? He showed up in the premiere and say it's unclear if Candace is getting paid by Ye as an advisor. But one source says anyone making money from him is taking advantage of him, right? She's going to run him into the ground. Run him into the ground. Now listen, Candace took an issue with that. Candace took an issue with that because, girl, Candace literally told Kim Kardashian, you better call off your dogs and keep my effing name out of your mouth. The first treat. She said the Kardashians need to stop planning these ridiculous stories about me and TMZ. I'm honest to God, not the one you want to step to. I said, ooh. Yeah, shots fired. But guess what? It wasn't over. She didn't want to say, I'm not Hollywood. I do not play these games. I took on BLM and you do not want me to turn my attention to you. And then she added her. She said, I've never once persuaded Ye to do anything ever. And I respect you as a mother and hope your family gets back together. In fact, I'll pray for it. You better go with that catty shade. She said, your kids are beautiful. And I, above anyone else, knows how family can be difficult. She said, anytime I've met you, you've never been anything but kind, but I've seen up close how your media machine works. Please do not insert my friendship with Ye into the narrative. I promise you, I am not the one. Call your boy Harvey and tell him to pull the dogs off or to respectfully reach out next time the sources say anything else that is completely made up. She said, don't make me have to do the greatest lie ever told. Part 2, Kardashian cartel. She said she added TMZ and said you're absolute trash for running that made-up article while ignoring the bigger story, which is that Ye spoke to reports last night about tweets and clarified his thoughts, or that I exposed the movement, the narrative, which you guys so heavily push. Then she put up something by Malcolm X, and I said, you know what? How GD dare you? The audacity, the gall, the audacity, the sheer unmitigated gall. She said the media is the most powerful entity on the earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. Then she put up people saying, oh my God, thank you for exposing whatever. And I just want to say, can we stop? The organization is different than the B, whatever. Anyway, she said, for those of you that want to know what I'm talking about, the story just shopped around just ahead of my premiere, claiming that I'm working as an official advisor to Ye, taking his money and influence his decisions. It also suggests that I plotted that t-shirt weeks ahead of the show. Every single one of the above points is a complete and utter lie meant to change public perception of me. The purpose of lies is control. It means to make it seem as though I'm taking advantage of a mentally ill person and trying to line my own pockets. If that narrative was implied about, it would be, So why is it that the implication toward a black person not racist by the media standards? Why isn't a racist trope for them to suggest that I'm stealing money from Ye? Oh, it's funny how when people accuse you of doing stuff, all of a sudden you understand what racism is. I'm just saying. But she wasn't done. She said, if it is an old trope to suggest that please keep that same energy when TMZ comes out and suggests that I'm some poor black that needs to steal and not a successful businesswoman that operates 2 separate businesses, hosts one of the most popular podcasts in the world, and just dropped a full-length documentary. I came from nothing. I did not have a Hollywood father for a dad or parents that could afford to put me through school. I didn't drop a S-tape to enter the cultural conversation. You will respect me. Y'all, Candace literally said, I'm not the one or two. You better stop playing with me, Kimberly Noel. In the meantime, can somebody call Ray J to the front of the congregation? How is everything going on with your sister and you out here doing this bamboozled? Like, man, I see how they got over on you because your moves don't even make sense even more. And for those of y'all saying, oh my God, he's working with them. Even if he was working with them, it don't make sense. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm doing some more research, following up with something good. But yeah, let's see how Kimberly responds. Because I know one thing, regardless of whether Ye is sane or not, the first time he got cozy with Candace, she ain't like it, not one bit, and shut it down. And it looks like she's now going at it again. But like Candy says, you will respect me. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye.